the text I get from Erin, and I hate it because then she's already on the plane. It's like,
I know, for
today,
a 5-hour flight.
Today was a circus. And I was like, that could have so many meanings. Like we could be getting popcorn and it was great, or it could be like wheels are falling off. It's a great text to get.
Hey guys, welcome to the official YouTube page for Calm Down with Erin and Charissa. This is where you can watch all of our ridiculous conversations and fun interviews.
We have full shows. We've got pre-games, anything and everything that you guys could want. But first, you're going to have to subscribe. Just hit subscribe right there and you're good to go.
And now you can calm down with us.
Yep. Can you tell that we're reading this off the script? We hope so. All right. We need to calm down and wrap this bad boy up. Press subscribe. Thanks for listening.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. Pregame.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Here we go. You guys, I cannot overstate every week how much we appreciate you writing in questions for a couple different reasons. A, we get to know you, but also I love a follow-up. We have a couple anonymous in here, and we also have a text that our wonderful producer Ryan sent us this morning, but we will get to that at the end, which made me so happy. Okay, you want to go first? You want me to, hun?
Sure, I love this one. Taylor M. Begley, advice for building relationships with athletes and coaches as women in sports. I love that question.
Love it.
Go.
For me, I would say it's just about the time spent and the equity that you build up having to doing the job for, I mean, you and I are in 15, 16, 17 years, however many we are at this point.
Gross.
Oh my God, an intern yesterday at Fox, they were so cute, which I want to talk about on the big show because I have such a soft spot in my heart for interns. I know you were as well. But they were like, oh, we were born in 2003.
Holy shit.
2003. You were born in 2003. I was almost graduating college. That's crazy. But anyways, they were so sweet. And so they were asking really sweet questions similar to this. But yes, I think equity is that's a big one. And also just being human, like saying, I don't know, or saying, can you teach me? Or saying, can you help me? I remember there was a coach that was in the NFL for a long time, and in the college game, he was a defensive coordinator at Penn State, and he would show me different plays and all sorts of different stuff. And I just loved that learning, and I was open, and I grew up around football with my dad. And so it's like, I obviously knew concepts, and that's how I got into wanting to be a sports broadcaster. But I think being open to the process of learning and having humility.
Right. I think you're 100% right. I have a couple of stories. One is when I first started in hockey right after college, I didn't know a thing about hockey. I knew everything about college football because I went to the University of Florida. It's all I cared about. All I cared about was college basketball because the Gators had just won in the national championship or no, they were getting ready to win, but they were in the national championship. So I signed on with the Lightning, and it was one of the best things in the world because I didn't know a thing about hockey. And I went into John Tortorella, the head coach's office, and I basically was like, hi, my name is Erin Andrews. I was just hired as your rinkside reporter. I don't know a thing, and I'd love you to teach me. He taught me how to ask questions. I learned not by torts, but by the team, how to swear like a guy, hang, because that's a big part of our job is, I mean,
I don't think that can be overstated.
You know what? That's a great point. I'm going to write that down. I'm writing it down. Being able to hang, or as Constance, my manager and girlfriend of both of us would say, be a road dog. Being a road dog is a whole other conversation. Yesterday, for example, I put it up on the Calm Down podcast IG, and Jarrett said it when he watched it. We travel with all men. Charissa and I do. Jillian is there, but that's basically it. There are no other females. You have Kaylee. You have, all the other females on a limited number on Amazon's crew. You have to be able to hang. You got to be downstairs on time, although I was a little late this Sunday. Sorry, Kev.
That's not like you.
It's not. But it's also fun. These people become like your best friends, and you have a great time telling stories of, would you rather fight a great white shark or a silverback gorilla, Rich Gross? But did you watch that yet on the podcast?
I haven't.
Or you got to watch our IG. Okay. Dean weighed in as well. Dean Beanie.
Cutie.
So anyways, I walked into John Tortorella's office. He taught me everything. it has a lot to do with what Charissa just said. You have to show that you're a human, vulnerability. You are appreciative of what they put into it. I think a lot of times with these athletes, and put it out there as a headline, whoever you are, I don't care. You treat them like they're animals and they're machines, and they're not. They go home. My husband's on the way to the rink right now. He already had his dog's ears tested and his 15-month-old checkup. These guys are real life. They're dealing with kids. They're dealing with families. They're dealing with being in a hurricane, things like that. And guys really appreciate it. I also think last year, I had a girl that was shadowing me on the sidelines. It was the Taylor Swift game. It was the game that she showed up. Bears, Kansas City, interviewed Mahomes at the end of the game. And before the interview, I said, hey, just have fun with me with this last question. And he's like, you got it. And I, of course, asked him about getting the ball to Travis because all of the Swifties wanted him to score to see her reaction. And he just said like there was so much pressure on him and he had fun with it. And at the end, because Patrick is the best ever in giving his time, I gave him a massive hug and I just said, thank you so much. You're the best. And this intern said to me, or this girl that was shadowing said, when do you know it's okay to start hugging athletes? And that's once you put your time in, and that's once they know you're not bullshit and you're not there because you just want to be on television. I think all these guys that we cover now know how much work we put in. No, we are so appreciative of their time. We're massive fans of them, their team, their competitiveness. Sorry, this answer is so long.
No,
but it takes a lot of work. It does.
I think this is a good conversation and we'll bring it back on the big show because there's a couple of things here. Saquon, I sat down with him.
I love the part of you said about Michael Strahan always gets to do this because that is true. We never get to sit with Saquon.
Ever. It's always, in the past, it's always gone to straight because the Giants. But like,
that's awesome.
He had one of his answers was along lines like, these fans forget that we're people and we're humans and that kind of thing. So yes, I would love to address more of this conversation on the big show because I think there's many parts to it. But there, you get the gist of it. In Taylor, in asking the question, it's about like any relationship, you do have to build it, and that's part of your question. Advice for building that is just put in the time and treat people like they are humans because they are. Anonymous, I'm the maid of honor and threw my bestie a shower. Costs tons. Then she asked why I didn't get her a gift. Be mad or no? Okay, you know what?
Who's keeping track of gifts?
This really strikes a chord in hits a nerve or strikes a chord or whatever. Because I also feel this way about destination motherfucking weddings. You are going to ask me to spend all this money. No, don't say you had one. Okay, that's different. Stop. I don't think I bought you a gift because this is along my thing.
I didn't want, I don't need it.
Of course.
I just wanted my friends there.
Correct. But the idea, I think that in this question, it's the assumption of like, oh, but you should also get me this. You should also do that. It's like, time out. I'm so with you on this, Anonymous. Those showers, whatever they are time, effort.
You threw me a shower.
Well, yeah, you were having a baby. Like,
no,
what are you talking
you threw
about?
me when we went to Nobu.
Oh, then we got in trouble for trying to take a picture.
Or
that was crazy.
Malibu. Yeah, I don't remember a thing. I think I fell into a bush. That's fine.
We did have a great time.
But it's great.
Like, those kinds of things are time and effort. And more than anything, like, the money part, there's always going to be money attached. But if I'm looking at it from this perspective of the bride, I'd be like, oh, thank you so much for putting that much effort into this and planning and all that stuff. So the fact that she also wants you to get her a gift, I'd be like, hey, you know what? Honestly, like, I didn't even think about it because I thought this was my gift to you. And if you thought there was also a gift that should have went along with that, then I apologize. But and just turn it back and don't be defensive like I'm being, but just be like, oh, my apologies. I thought that this was a gift for you. And I thought you would appreciate that as something more than just like a small little item that you could open. Bitch.
Maybe it's the older I'm getting and the fact I got married at an older age. I had a baby at an older age. I am so appreciative of gifts, but I'm just more appreciative that people would take the time to go to a wedding, to go to a shower. Time is money.
Time is money.
It's a lot to ask people to go. And I think maybe that's because I don't have time to do anything.
That's such a good point, though, is that because if we were in our 20s or well, I was married in my 20s, and no one got me a gift because no one knew I got married. But
yeah, I wasn't invited.
It was no one's invited. I think we have a theme here. No one's ever invited to my weddings because I probably deep down know I shouldn't be doing them. But no, I think that might have
the next one.
A lot to do with it, that the age. So I'm not sure what age you are, Anonymous, but either way, it's inexcusable. Your friend should acknowledge how much effort goes into it. And that sometimes, well, more times than not, is way better than the gift. Next.
I love this question. Cassandra Wiggett. Would Erin go back on an all-star season of Dancing with the Stars if asked? Would Charissa go on if asked? I would not. That ship has sailed.
I have never wanted to go on Dancing with the Stars for a couple reasons, because I don't think I could, and I'd be so competitive and I'd be so hard on myself, because everyone that's done that show, including you, has said how hard it is.
So hard.
That it's the most difficult thing you've ever done. And I'm an athlete and I feel like, I know how to train and I know how to compete and all that stuff, but like that's a whole different beast. And I've never had a desire. Kendra, your sweet sister, spent like 3 hours teaching me 1 minute of choreography at an Equinox on a random Saturday for a hip hop dance I wanted to learn. I mean, it would take me forever to learn. I don't know how you did that. I mean, you're a great dancer, but like just the choreography alone, forget the physical part, but like remembering, how do you remember all that stuff?
I don't know. It was so hard. I mean, I have a dance background, not a very good one. I think I was more of a charity case when I danced growing up, because my sister was so good and everybody's like, oh, there's Erin. That's nice.
Stop
She's trying.
You're so stupid.
She's so much taller than everybody else. This poor picture I'm seeing on Good Morning Football of Erin with the towel over his head. Write it down, clickbait. Write it down. I feel so bad. That shot said it all. Sometimes when our directors of games just get the shot, like Tom throwing the Surface tablet, Erin just with the towel under his head, poor Taylor Rapp trying to get up after attempting to tackle Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
There's just those shots in games you're like, wow, that just said it all. Anyways, no, I wouldn't go back on. And it was amazing. And I'll say this, I would take my stomach any day that I had on that show, because I was just losing pounds and losing pounds.
How much did you lose doing that?
I would say I lost 10 to 15 pounds.
10 to 15 pounds on your frame? That's like crazy.
I look like a 12-year-old boy. I mean, I remember every week in the wardrobe department, they were like, because, I don't have any fake. I wish I had to start filling them out. They started adding adding more pads, more in my bra, because I was losing it. I look like a 12-year-old boy.
Oh, I mean, I look like that now without it. That's why.
No, but I had no bum. Like it was just, I remember I took my very last, I made it to the finale, and Emmett Smith came because he had danced on Dancing with the Stars. He won the Mirrorball. He's a Gator, and I got a photo with him the night of the finale, and I was just in this sequin bustier with these like little shorts, and my stomach was like, I looked like Nick Bosa. I was ready. It was with just huge
What place did you finish?
In my bra. I got third. I'm a little upset
You're
about
on
it.
the goddamn medal stand. Good for you. I didn't realize that you got third.
No,
we weren't that close then. I wish that we were as close then as we are now, because I would have been at every single one of those things. How many years ago was that?
I don't know. I lost to Nicole Scherzinger, Pussycat Doll.
Oh, that doesn't count.
And I lost to my good friend. I got third to second place was Evan Lysacek, who just won the gold medal for figure skating.
Toe pick. That doesn't count.
Toe pick. I had said if you wanted me to read like a stat sheet, I would have won that fucking Mirrorball. Like it was, right. I know. I mean,
they were already used to twirling around and toe tapping and doing all these other things. I don't think that's very fair. You technically got first place when you take those things into consideration.
Thank you. We used to die because Nicole would learn her routines with Derek Huff so quickly, and it would literally take me up to the show day for me to learn the routine. And she would walk out of there the first day and know the routine. And we would perform at dress rehearsal in the morning so they could get the camera, the lighting, make sure everybody's costumes were comfortable, staying on, all that kind of stuff, camera blocking. And I would just look at Max, my pro, after dress rehearsal and be like, I'm so sorry. Like,
oh, stop
mine
it.
is never going to look like that.
You're so ridiculous.
Anyways.
She's a professional dancer. All right. What do we got? Brooke Leby. If you had to choose, which airport is your favorite?
We were just talking about this. Hashtag pilot wife. Oh, I love that.
Me too.
We were just talking about this. Go. I don't know.
Oh, I'd have to think about this for a second. I'll tell you what's my least favorite, respectfully, where I'm headed this week, Atlanta. It is too big. It is like, I mean, and that's just because you could crush Atlanta.
I have, because I lived there for 10 years, so I could crush that airport.
Yeah, that's my least favorite for navigation purposes. Detroit's also tough on that tram. It is like a single shot. Like if you're, and it's always, invariably is like you're at gate 1 and need to go to gate 99 on a connection.
Chicago's hard too.
Chicago's hard. A favorite. God,
we were just talking about this. I'm gonna be honest, because I know it so well. I can nail LAX. I can crush LAX.
LAX is easy for me.
I got it.
Because I'm always going to the same Terminal 3 every single time. Terminal 3, Delta, Terminal 5 is, or 4, depending on, is American, 1 Southwest. Yeah, I guess maybe LAX, only because we know it so well. But Austin, have you ever been to the Austin airport?
I have once, but it was a connection, so I didn't have to go through TSA.
So nice. Like, so nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh my God. It's like funky and cool and everything that you would think it is. So Austin's cool. Also, New Orleans has gotten a lot better with that new airport.
It has. That Chili's, right by the gate. Two things. On the big show, I have one hell of a travel story, something that's never happened that I had with Kevin Burkhardt. You
Last
are
night?
going to die. Nope. It was on our way to Tampa on Saturday. I was convinced there was going to be a death or an emergency landing.
Jesus.
It was insane. We told the story in our meeting room when we landed, had Tom Brady just like laughing, crying. It was so insane.
Okay.
It had never happened on a plane before.
You didn't even tell me anything like this happened. This is exciting.
Yep, I didn't. And then go ahead. No.
Okay, save it for the big show. What do you? I feel like you want to say something.
No. I had something yesterday happen as I was leaving Tampa. That never mind. We'll save that for offline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so much to talk about. These are the texts I get from Erin, and I hate it because then she's already on the plane. It's like, I know, for a 5-hour flight.
Today was a circus, and I was like, that could have so many meanings. Like, we could be getting popcorn and it was great, or it could be like wheels are falling off. It's a great text to get. The reason why I keep interrupting you, and I'm sorry, I looked down at the next question. Read it.
I know.
Oh, you already knew this was here?
I looked ahead. I'm a look aheader.
Oh, not me. I live in the moment. Anonymous, go. If Anonymous saying, my friend's husband tried to kiss me. He was very drunk and has apologized. Tell her.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll ruin everything. It'll ruin their marriage and your friendship.
So don't tell her?
This is a real...
Wait, what are you saying? Don't tell her?
I don't know. I think you should tell her.
I'm living in my honesty era of like, even if it hurts people's feelings, I just go right to it. I'm done with gossip. I'm done with, I heard so-and-so said so-and-so behind my back. I go right up to the person. So I heard you're talking shit. I'm like, I'm a direct line. There is no circuitous route here. We're just going
circuitous.
Circuitous. It's one of my favorite words. It means to take like alternative routes, like the long way to get somewhere. No,
I'm going to use it 7 times today.
Circuitous.
Doctor said Mac needs to start talking. So Mac, your first word, circuitous.
They said he has to start talking.
He's good with blah, 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 blah. And she's like, doctor, we went for a 15-month checkup today. Is he saying a few words? No, he says, for Elmo.
He says hi.
Like, hi or hey.
Yeah.
But that's kind of it. So I now feel really insecure. So there's that. There's the headline.
Oh, no.
Erin Andrews' child not speaking. She's insecure. Rude and personal. Fuck off.
We'll talk about that as well on the big show.
Yeah.
But back to your question, Anonymous, you have to tell her. You're not.
You have to.
If this is
Your
not a
honest era.
Or, well, that's where I'm at. But I don't know. If this is your friend, you've got to tell her.
Yeah.
Good luck. Let us know what happens.
You got to write us back.
This is really bad. And now I'm invested and I feel bad for you. Okay, last one. Go.
Okay. World Conics, please share your skincare routines. Flawless. They're not, but thank you. I actually feel really bad about my skin right now. I was
Why do you
so
feel bad?
sunburned.
We were
we're
off
back.
that.
But I just, when you get to be 46, you look like you're tired when you're tired versus
42,
when
I'm
you're in your
tired all the
20s.
Mm-hmm.
Sunscreen, because I'm learning the hard way that I should have been doing it in my 20s. I have learned not to screw around with my skincare routine because I was on 3 prescriptions. I still am because I just want to be really careful with my skin. And what am I doing? Augustinus Bader is my moisturizer, and I'm doing this plated serum that's supposed to help with pigmentation. Don't know if it is, but whatever.
Okay.
I love Augustinus eye cream. What do you have?
I was just looking it up because it's called Epicure.
Oh, yeah. Epicurean.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I also want to give this one a shout out too, because I saw Rosie was very into this. And I started using it. Zo Skin Health. ZO Skin Health. They're great if you have acne. They have the skin pads, which I use. I like their face wash.
I'm not pronouncing this right because when I put in Epicurean, it's not coming up. But I'm gonna I'll follow up on this because I swear. So this skincare that I don't know the name of, my sweet facialist Donna turned me on to it. It is incredible. It's like the oil and then a little bit of the exfoliating powder in the shower. Do this a couple times a week. Then like a normal just daily face wash from the same company. They have a lotion. And then I also use this thing called Skin Food. You can get it at Whole Foods. It's really thick lotion. So you don't use it all the time. But when I'm feeling really dehydrated post plane or whatever, or at night, I lather that all on. And then, as somebody who suffered from acne her whole life, if you guys are on Accutane or anything that's like super strong, please go to your dermatologist and ask them about spirulactone, because I wish somebody would have done that for me years and years ago, and it would have saved me a lot of heartache, especially if you break out in the jaw area. Shocker, I have too much testosterone in my system. Weird. I'm a boy. And so that cleared up all of that, and it's completely changed my skin. So that, but I'll follow up on the skincare because I love a good skincare recommendation. Guys, we have a lot to talk about clearly on the big show. Thanks for tuning in. Please always write in questions, comments, concerns, and we just love you. So tune in on Thursday. Bye.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.